Hey, what is up, guys? Today I'm going to break down for you the top 5 things I learned in the locker room while being on a swim team. Number 5, learning how to clog the drains in the shower area so that the water level comes up maybe 6 or 7 inches, and then you just have like this huge water playground to mess around in. Now, it can be a little dangerous. I had one experience where a guy was jacking around in the big puddle we made, and he slipped, biffed it, kind of hurt his back a little bit. I mean, it wasn't much, I think maybe just a bruise here or there, but again, it could be a little dangerous depending on where you're doing it at. And also, we never ever did damage to any kind of carpeting or floor in the locker rooms. The only reason we were able to flood the shower area was because there was a lip somewhere which stopped water, just in case it did flood. It stopped water from going into areas that had maybe more sensitive floors. The way we did this was we either used paper towels and just kind of laid them over the drains and let the pressure of the water hold the towels down, or we used caps, or we'd have people just stand on the drains and just wait until the entire area filled up with water. Number 4 also involved using the shower area, typically after a practice. Number 4 is how I learned to dismantle a soap dispenser and use the soap cartridge as a little soap gun to have a soap fight with. Now, soap fights were very, very common, especially on the club team that I swam with. I would say that we had probably a soap fight after every single practice, and yes, soap was wasted, but it was also very, very fun. But I never broke a soap dispenser. I just learned how to take a cartridge out. That's how the cartridges are normally replaced. The way you do it, if you have the right soap dispenser, is you kind of slip your hand underneath the soap dispenser. There's a little button. If you push it, the front comes down, and then you can just take the cartridge out. If you learn how to push the nozzle at the end, you can make the soap shoot out, and you can get someone very, very, very soapy in the shower. Number 3 was probably the most annoying, and it is how to dry off without a towel. Now, if it's a cold morning practice or if it's a winter practice and you don't have a towel, there's only one thing you can resort to, and that's hand dryers. I've stood under a hand dryer a good number of times, and it's not fun, but it gets the job done. It's pretty self-explanatory. You just stand underneath the hand dryer and just move around, maneuver, so that the air kind of touches every part of your body and just dries you off. Now, you're lucky if it's warm, because I've had a number of hand dryers that just kind of spit out the air without heating it up, and those are very, very cold. Again, it gets the job done. Number 2 is very, very important. Number 2 may be one of the most important lessons I learned, and that is how to go about your business in the locker room without making eye contact with any of the other guys, or without looking down. You just don't make eye contact, and you don't look down. And if you stray from either of these principles, you will learn the hard way. And numero uno, the most important thing I learned how to do in the locker room is towel whip properly. Now, the most effective I learned is something called the rat tail. It's the way you fold a towel so that it resembles a rat tail. It's usually half as long as a towel. It's usually thick at the base and thinner at the end. And you kind of hold it in front of you like this, and you just fling it at someone and just whip it back. And it's very, very quick, and you can get several whips in very, very quickly. And shout out to Aaron Rushing, who taught me how to do this. There you have it. There are the 5 things that I learned in the locker room that I found to be most important. And I hope that they can help you too, should you ever have to go into a locker room.